Okay, so already, there's a lot of things going on here. Slow-mo dunks in the warm-up. It's a guaranteed hit. Everyone's trying to get the best shot. I can't fault anyone for trying to do that. It's sort of building this anticipation for what's about to happen. Hold on. I've got to mention this. Hello and welcome back. So over the past 3 years of being a basketball videographer, I've been lucky enough to be involved with Basketball England's finals video coverage. This includes events such as the Cup Finals, more recently the Academy Finals, and of course the big finale showcases, the Playoff Finals and the Junior Final Fours. In fact, you can go back on my channel and find one of my earlier videos where I talk about my first time working with them. And since I've been doing these events for a while now, I wanted to actually go back and look at what I shot and edited for my first Cup Finals versus this year's Cup Finals. There might be a lesson or two for anyone in basketball video content or for anyone looking to make their own sports highlight videos. So let's get into it, starting with arguably the best game of the four that we're going to watch. It's the Stockport Lapwings against the Solent Kestrels in the 2022 Women's Cup Final. Nice. Good ball tracking there. Oh, there was a good crowd for this game, I do remember. Damn. Already, I have to comment on the music. When I first started, I had access to a music library. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but it was a music library for video creators, and it was targeted more towards YouTubers. I'd basically bought it for a year and then realized partway through the year that I'd burned through all of the songs that were any good for these kind of videos. So anyone watching this, music is so important. Getting the right track for your video is important, and I know it takes a long time to find the right music, but it is so worth it because when the music is not right, you feel like the tone is off. Oh, we have got some actual crowd noise in there. Okay. Ooh, a little slow-mo. And one. You can see that there's a bit of a structure to this where it's like highlight of this team, highlight of the next team, and there's like a little sort of film burn flair thrown in there as well. It's a little bit repetitive after a while, I've got to admit. I think the camera that I had for this was the GH5, and the lens that I had for this was, I want to say it was like an 18 to 60 mil, and it kind of shows a little bit. I mean, the quality is not terrible. You're not getting that many close-ups. I do like good close-ups where you can see reactions and you can get the emotion of the players. That being said, when you're shooting wider, it makes it a lot easier to use that footage for social clips in 9x16 or 4x5. So it depends what the purpose of the filming is, like what is actually going to be made from this. Oh, slow-mo there, and I think that was a big shot. Oh, wow. If that had gone in, can you imagine? Oh, nice crowd shot there. Oh, big celebrations. Hold on. I've got to mention this. It is funny at these events when the team wins and then everyone kind of rushes on court to get the shot of the team celebrating. I'm one of those people, so I'm guilty of this sometimes. You obviously want to get the emotion of the players as soon as they've won. That winning moment, you want to be shooting wide and you just like get everything in there. But then you're literally in everybody's shots. So it's like, how do you balance that? And I think for these, what I would do, and I think I still do this to be fair, I start off court. When the moment happens, you sort of slowly start to move forward because you also don't know where the team's going to go. The team might suddenly run towards you, and in which case you're like, I don't need to go anywhere. You kind of wait to see what they do, and then you go in. And then that's when you get people high-fiving, you get, you know, hugs and team shouts and things like that. But yeah, it is sometimes difficult to judge, and everyone's trying to get the best shot. I can't fault anyone for trying to do that. Some great celebrations at the end. It was a huge moment for them. I think they were the D2 side and beat the D1 club. So everyone was rooting for them. Very nice, very nice. Okay, a little bit slow, I've got to be honest. It was a good game, and that helped. So let's fast forward to this year's, as we saw Ipswich take on Brent Bulls, and we're hit with an ad. Just gotta wait for this ad.
Looks like we're all good good to go to what is sure to be an absolutely fantastic women's
Wow.
final.
I think both.
Okay, so already there's a lot of things going on here. We have commentary this time, which is a really nice addition. I think Kaz does a great job on the comms. Shout out to her. It feels like we're setting the scene a little bit more. We're getting smiles, we're getting, you know, logos, coaches being interviewed. It's like there's a little bit more paint going on. Shout out to the Ipswich fans as well. You guys make some noise.
We both want to get shots up. We both want to press the opponent.
They're a really good team. We know what they're capable of, and it's up to us to concentrate on what we do.
When the National Cup
Okay, so before the action gets going, already the pace is a lot quicker. Like the cuts are a lot quicker, and it's sort of building this anticipation for what's about to happen. I think that is definitely something that I've learned with time. I think I've found that generally you can cut a lot quicker than you realize. Like the human eye is able to perceive quite a lot in a short space of time. And so if you think, oh, I need to hold this shot because they need to be able to see this or this player or this shot or whatever, half the time you can actually get away with cutting quite quick and your mind will fill in the blanks. There you go, there you go. So things like that. You got a corner three and the ball is in the air for however long. For me, at least, I like just cutting straight to the basket, keeping the pace going. You know, you go shot, basket, reaction. Well, there we go, moving on.
amazing keys cannot be stopped.
Nice comms there.
Launches from D. And nails
That
it.
was pretty awesome, not gonna lie.
Now let's see what Brent can do here. Can they cut into this lead?
So I want to talk about that bit because that was really interesting for me. When I heard that comms line, spoiler alert, this game, Ipswich kind of dominated, and I was kind of editing this thinking like, I still want it to maybe show that Brent could come back. You know, they might just mount a comeback in the second half. So that one comms line and that little shot there of Brent coming together, they're like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this defensively and try and get these shots to land and whatever, was perfect for me in terms of just reminding the viewer, oh, this game could go either way.
Clearing nothing but net.
Get that out of here.
That will do it. An 81-53 win for Ipswich.
There we go, kind of hovering on the baseline, waiting to see where they go.
Harriet Wellham, your MVP. They are your senior women's National Cup champions for the 2024-25 season.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I really, really liked that one. It was my first big edit of this year. Me being a freelancer for the first time. So I was really pleased with how it came together. I think I said in a previous video I wanted it to be better than the ones I'd done before, and I really felt like it was. The first one wasn't terrible, or it wasn't shot terribly, but there's definitely like small improvements in terms of the overall piece that make it more engaging for people to watch. Yeah, really cool seeing those two back to back. Let's move on to the men's National Cup final, and we return to 2022 for the Solent Kestrels dynasty as they faced off against Team Newcastle University. This was during the era where every team had to put team in front of their name. What? Well, hold on, let's just stop that. What was that first shot about? You see what I was saying earlier? Like, I didn't have a good enough lens that you could get a nice tight of that, because that would be a nice shot. But the lens, I think, the lowest the f-stop could go was like 3.5. You're not going to get the depth of field when you zoomed all the way out. And there's a slight attempt there, but it's just not quite that. Oh man. All right. Slow-mo dunks in the warm-up. It's a guaranteed hit. It just doesn't ever fail. If you want to have a really cool intro to your video, just sit under the basket and get them dunking on the way in, and you're sorted. Honestly, that's the best tip I have for today. Shout out, Andre. Yeah. You see why that shot looked a little different to the other ones? I think I missed it, or I mucked up with my recording and I had to ask somebody else to send me that clip. So I can't remember who you are, but thank you so much. That being said though, maybe you do miss something. You miss a jump ball, you miss a big play. It's not the end of the world. More often than not, you will get enough footage that you can work with what you have and still tell the story you want to tell. If you lose a whole game, then I can't help you there. Nice to see a lot of familiar faces here, guys who are still in the league today. God, this Solent team were good. I mean, I'm pretty sure they dominated for a long time. Just a bit slow. It's some nice shots in it. It's just kind of slow. It's like, come on, let's go. Oh man, got a lot of nice plays in this game. I remember that one. That one, I think, made the show reel. Oh, wait. We've got to mention. We have to mention. Whoa. I'll run it back. Who's this guy right here? Team Solent Kestrel's Basketball Club. You know who you are. Legend that is. Wow. Getting in my shot. Yeah, very nice. I feel like that flare transition thing, I was maybe overusing that a little bit at the time. One thing I learned at university when I was studying video editing was that your edit should work without the use of transitions. Without it, the cut should still make sense. And I think sometimes I'll find that two shots maybe don't work together, and that is where a transition would be really helpful now. And hopefully it's kind of obvious in my work. I don't try and use transitions all that much. They're kind of used more as a creative tool rather than just having them in there for the sake of having them in there. So let's see how that compares with this year's showdown between Hemel Storm and Reading Rockets. What did I say? Get the slow-mo dunk in the warm-up. First shot. It works every time.
Welcome to the National Basketball Performance Centre in Manchester.
Ooh, trying to get very
It's
artsy
the
there.
latest chapter in the saga of the Hemel Storm and the Reading Rockets.
Again, comms, massive help. John
Over the
Hobbs.
years, the Hemel Storm have certainly gotten the better of the Reading Rockets. Will today show a turn in the tide?
I really liked that. Just that like wink to the coach. Gotta admit, it didn't happen at that point in the game, and normally I'm quite specific on showing events as they happened, as a way of kind of being honest to the viewer, but I really liked that shot, and it just kind of was just the perfect little wink to the coach, wink to the audience. Yeah, we're gonna bring it to this game. I can definitely see in this one there's a greater emphasis on sound design, and that's something I'm still learning how to do now, but just having the crowd noises and the punctuation impact hits on shots and dunks, I think it just helps to emphasize those moments that you really want to hit in the video.
It's one-on-one, and Clark lays it up and in.
A weird kind of slow-mo section there. I think it was one of those bits where maybe I have a shot that I really like and I just want to try and fit it in. But also those slow-mo sections, they do break up the pace of the video. So when you've got all these plays happening back to back to back, just having that moment, it just helps the audience to breathe, and then you can go straight back into, here's a great dunk, here's a great and one.
Olaire in a three, dagger. And Victor
Gutted I
Olaire
wasn't the other
says
side
goodnight.
for that Victor Olaire celebration.
Rockets have refueled, and now they are liftoff. Justin Hopkins.
I think getting those shots of
MVP,
like the
and
trophy.
the long
Oh,
wait
hold
is
on.
over.
He thought we didn't see him. He's in it again. He's in my shot again. But we want him to be there. He really should be in front of the camera more.
And the long wait is over. Your National Cup winners.
Nice. Really like those sparklers that go off in the background. Yeah, I had fun putting this one together as well. And both teams were very evenly matched. We could see a rematch of this in the playoff finals. Again, I don't think the first one was bad, but there's definitely a progression from 2022 to 2025. Even watching these 2025 videos, there's even more that I want to learn and I want to get better at. So this has been fun. And I think we'll leave it there for today. I hope this has given you some insight into how you might cover a basketball game or cover any kind of sporting event. I've certainly learned a lot through doing these videos, and I'm just super grateful to Basketball England for letting me be involved in these final events and to be able to showcase the best NBL teams in the country. I'll leave some links below to some other BE Finals events videos that you can go and check out. To anyone who might be at a future BE Finals event and I'm there, do come and say hi. I'm usually running around trying to get all the right shots and all the coverage that I need, but it's always nice to get to meet people. If you enjoyed this, feel free to subscribe and go and check out JLR Videography on Instagram and TikTok. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.